What's up, everybody? This is your boy Jay coming at you live once again with episode. I think I put episode 3, but I think it's meant to be episode 4. I'll be editing that out later. Episode 4 of Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. So yesterday I left off where while Ham and Ho were still trying to decide what to do and whether it was fair or not that their cheese is gone and whatnot. Stephen Scurry had gotten busy, and they had already found like the biggest cheese store of cheese that they've ever seen ever in Cheese Station N. So in continuation, in the meantime, Ham and Ho were still back in Cheese Station C, evaluating their situation. Still evaluating the situation. Look at that. They were now suffering from the effects of having no cheese. They were becoming frustrated, angry, and were blaming each other for the situation they were in. Hey, Chris, good to have you. Now and then, Haw thought about his mice friends, Sniff and Scurry, and wondered if they had found any cheese yet. He believed they might be having a hard time, as running through the maze usually involved some uncertainty. But he also knew that it was likely to only last for a while. Sometimes, Haw would imagine Sniff and Scurry finding new cheese and enjoying it. He thought about how good it would be for him to be out on an adventure in the maze and to find fresh new cheese. He could almost taste it. And here, the author masterfully interjected suggestion, the use of imagination to imagine something better than where you are right now. I love it. The more clearly Hall saw the image of himself finding and enjoying the new cheese, the more he saw himself leaving Cheese Station C. So you see here, Hall finally, fed up with his lot in life, he started to imagine how things would be better if he were out there actually looking for cheese and finding it. And the more he thought about it, like he says here, he says the more clearly Hall saw the image of himself. That means he repeatedly thought of himself having more cheese, having new cheese. He was moving farther away from where he was at right now, Station C. Let's go, he exclaimed all of a sudden. No, Hem quickly responded. I like it here. It's comfortable. Wow, that word, it's comfortable. It's what I know. Besides, it's dangerous out there. How many times do we decide to do something and we go and we ask people that we know, friends, family, relatives, whatever, and they say, "Hey, but you're comfortable where you are." Like why would you risk it going out there doing something that you don't know anything about? Just stay where you are, right? No, right? Hall said, "No, it isn't. We've run through many parts of the maze before, and we can do it again." I'm getting too old for that. Oh my God, that excuse. I'm getting too old for that, Hem said. And I'm afraid I'm not interested in getting lost and making a fool of myself. Are you? So let me ask you, how many times did you know that you had to get moving, yet because you didn't want to make a fool out of yourself? Hey, Astrid, good to have you, bro. Because you didn't want to make a fool out of yourself, because you told yourself that you're getting too old, and whatnot, you stopped yourself from even like attempting to do something that would benefit you, right? Just because you knew that there was gonna be a period of trial and tribulations that you were gonna have to go through before you found what you wanted or achieve what you want to achieve. With that, Hall's fear of failing returned, and his hope of finding new cheese faded. How easy it is for us to get pulled down by people in our environment. Think about that. So every day, the little people continued to do what they had done before. They went to Cheese Station C, found no cheese, and returned home carrying their worries and frustrations with them. They tried to deny what was happening, but found it harder to get to sleep, had less energy the next day, and were becoming irritable. Their homes were not the nurturing places they once were. The little people had difficulty sleeping and were having nightmares about not finding any cheese. But Hem and Haw still returned to Cheese Station C and waited there every day. So when will it be enough? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity, as quoted by, as stated by Albert Einstein, right? Or allegedly, it was Albert Einstein who said that. I'm not sure who said it, but a lot of people say that it was Einstein who said that. Hem said, "You know, if we just work harder, we'll find that nothing has really changed that much. The cheese is probably nearby. Maybe they just hid it behind the wall." The next day, Hem and Hall returned with tools. Hem held the chisel, while Hall banged on the hammer until they made a hole on the wall in Cheese Station C. They peered inside but found no cheese. They were disappointed but believed they could solve the problem. So they started earlier, stayed longer, and worked harder. But after a while, all they had was a large hole in the wall. So think about that. How many times have you told yourself that you're going to work harder at the same damn thing that isn't working, expecting different results? And you said, "Yeah, I'm gonna start." It is true that to succeed, sometimes you will have to, not sometimes, but when you get started, you will have to work longer hours and work harder than anyone else to develop your skills and get to a certain point where you become proficient at what you do. However, once you know that what you've been doing isn't working, it is not smart to keep going at it like you did every day and just keep going at it harder. It's just working harder at the thing that is not working, and you have to be aware of that. Hall was beginning to realize the difference between activity and productivity. "Maybe," Hem said, "we should just sit here and see what happens." Wow. Sooner or later, they have to put the cheese back. Sit here and see what happens. Are you serious? Hall wanted to believe that. So each day, he went home to rest and returned reluctantly with Hem to Cheese Station C, but cheese never reappeared. One more page? Okay, one more page. By now, the little people were growing weak from hunger and stress. Hall was getting tired of just waiting for their situation. Oh no. Okay. All right. I think one of my live videos has gone down. All right. All right, Facebook, you disconnected me for a little bit, so here you go, but I'll continue. Uh, he was getting tired of just waiting for their situation to improve. He began to see that the longer they stayed in their cheeseless situation, the worse off they would be. Hall knew they were losing their edge. Finally, one day, Hall began laughing at himself. "Ha, look at us. We keep doing the same things over and over again and wonder why things don't get better. If this wasn't so ridiculous, it would be even funnier." Hall did not like the idea of having to run through the maze again, because he knew he would get lost and have no idea where he would find any cheese. But he had to laugh at his folly when he saw what his fear was doing to him. He asked him, "Where did you put our running shoes?" It took a long time to find them because they had put everything away when they found their cheese at Cheese Station C, thinking they wouldn't be needing them anymore. As Hem saw his friend getting into his running gear, he said, "You're not really going out into the maze again, are you? Why don't you just wait here with me until they put the cheese back?" And with that, guys, to wrap it up for the day, you see exactly what the one of the biggest things that the book is pointing out is how comfort is your biggest enemy, and how staying defeated, thinking that it's not fair, and thinking that somebody else has to do something for you to get what you want, waiting for situations to change around you instead of you changing with the circumstances, is your biggest demise. So think about how you would like to apply this into your life, into your business, into your work, and how you can start to be more aware, be at the edge, and stay on your toes, and keep adjusting and keep trying new things, even if temporarily you look like a fool, because this is the way to grow and keep advancing in life. With that, thank you for investing precious time of your day with me. This was your boy Jay. Peace out.